Well, hello, sports fans. Thank you for joining me for Mrs. Pickrell's Technology Adventure. This week has been no less the adventure than every other week. It's usually sink or swim, but I'm finding it's a good way to learn. So let's dive right in. This week I'm going to show you how to put an app on an Edmodo group. This week's post is kind of a twofer because the task was to learn how to use a new tool and demonstrate how to use it. And I have never used Edmodo with the apps before, and I've never used Screencast-O-Matic before. So this is almost a twofer. I'm not showing you how to use Screencast-O-Matic. So it's really a 1.5 for your buck. But don't pay me. Alright, enough said. Let's go to Edmodo. I have it on my favorites because I use it quite a bit working on a project. Alright, so with Edmodo, normally it'd take you to the home page. Mine's all automatic. But once you set up an account and you have your profile, see, there's me. I'm Mrs. Pickrell. I'm a teacher. You have different options to do different things. So you can create groups, you can join groups. This is the Edmodo group for our Diffie where we're working on our project. And in order for me to play around with stuff, I created my own testing group. Now, one thing to remember is that the only person who can modify groups is the person who created them, which is the teacher. And that's a good thing because Edmodo is secure. You're not going to have unknown people in your group. Well, you shouldn't. There's a group code in order for someone to join a group, and the teacher can actually lock it if they want, or they can reset it, kick everybody out, and do a new group. Suppose that somebody comes in who's not supposed to be there, like maybe you give your students the security code and a younger sibling decides to join. Well, you can kick it out and get everybody else in, or whatever. It's a very great tool. Parents can be part of it. There's a parent code so that parents can monitor what their student is doing. And there's just a lot of great options, polls, quizzes, assignments, all that. What I'm going to show you today is putting an app in the group. As you see, I've been playing around a bit. I've already added a couple of apps in here. So let's add another one. So I'm going to go up at the top of the bar. See, there's a planner for doing events, progress for checking in assignments, how students are coming along, a library for articles or web links, just any other resources that you need, and apps. We're going to click on that. This is where you come to manage your apps. You see some of the ones that I have already included in here. A couple of math games, a language game, Common Core Standards, which I think is a good reference. I am familiarizing myself with them, and it's nice that they have this reference right there on your Edmodo page, and some of the other apps that we saw already up there. So now we're going to add a new one. We're going to go to the store. Don't worry, just because it says store doesn't mean that we have to spend money. If you are looking for an investment, there are some great games here for money if you're willing to pay. Personally, I think that teachers pay way too much out of pocket as it is. So I'm going to try to stick with the free ones. They do have advertisements for different stuff here, and hey, it looks like you could take a survey to get $50 if you wanted to, which I'm not going to right now. These are just the top listed stuff. These are ones that you can pay money for, which are, I don't know, they could be high quality. I haven't paid for any yet because I go to the free section. And you see there's Common Core Standards, and it's so popular, I'm not the only one to have it on my page. Well, there's not really anything that I'm looking for there. Different publishers, but I don't know the publishers well enough to go off that. And you see here, these are different apps. And you see that some of them do have a cost. And again, if it's worth the investment to you, if this is a tool that you plan to use for a while, then maybe it is worth the money to you. I don't have a class right now, so it's not worth it to me. Alright, so I like math games. They're good. They keep students engaged, and I'm a huge fan of game-based learning. I like the engagement. I'm a gamer myself, and it's just kind of how a lot of kids think nowadays. If you tell them it's homework, they're going to grumble. If you tell them it's a game, they're going to go for it. Mary Poppins had it right. Alright, so Let's see here. This is a free one, algebra free. Let's click on it. Okay. So Manga High brings the algebra meltdown. Goofy little dude. Got some picture stills here. High tech. Let's see here. Ooh, angry little dude. Well, the stills look fun. Let's take a look at the demo. I uploaded an app without checking out the demo, and I ended up with a movie with a crazy bird, and which was not what I was looking for. So I do recommend checking out the demos at least to know what you're getting. Nice video. Mega high. High-tech music makes it sound fun. Feed atoms into the number machine. Okay. Click and drag, kids get numbers. Alright, that's looking a lot like what I want. Choose the right path for the atom. Okay, so I could watch through this whole thing with you, but I'm not going to. I've decided, yes, this is what I'm looking for my students. They need practice with their algebra, and let's make it a game. Yeah, spoonful of sugar approach. Now you see over here I only have one class listed, and that is because I am only in charge of one group. You'll notice that my project group for learning the Edmodo tool, that's not here because I'm not in charge of that group. I'm only in charge of Pickerel's testing group. So I'm going to click that one. I agree to stuff, and really one day I am going to go through and read this fine print, because I'm pretty sure every time I click that box I'm agreeing to let somebody harvest my organs at some undefined time. And so I guess I'll just deal with that when the day comes, but yeah. So I clicked on my testing group, or my class group that I wanted. I clicked on the agreement, and I'm going to install. This will take a moment. Thank you for your patience. All done. Enjoy apps. Manage your apps. To view activity and control group access. Alright. Well, I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'm gonna go back to apps. And say, ooh, there's my free algebra game. Let's go ahead and click on it, because I'm curious. I saw the demo, but I'm kind of wondering what this is all about. Wall of Fame for my class group. And so this is actually a nice incentive here if you have competitive kids. And personally, I think that some healthy competition is good as long as you teach good sportsmanship with it. I know that I personally am highly motivated by competition, and I think kids fall right into that. So this is a good incentive here. Who can get the highest score, or even kids can test against themselves. You know, beating their own score is a good incentive. But I digress. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this puppy in. Manga high. You can upgrade now. Because they're all Japanese, you know. That's how they talk in anime. Alright. Where math is just a game. That's what I'm looking for. High-tech music again. Oh, we're going to go with easy because I have people watching. Ooh. And you know what? Kids are not going to read all these instructions. They're just going to figure it out. Now look at this. X plus 2 equals 7. Well, we've been taught algebra in class, so I'm going to assume that that's, they want me to find what x should be. And I'm going to input it in the machine and make that equation. So it's telling me click and drag. Well, I'm going to think 5 plus 2 equals 7. Hey, it changed. Cool. And out comes a piping hot atom. But the wrong thing. Okay, so don't screw up. Yep, that's the name of the game. And I want power. Cool. Alright, I could play here, sit here playing more. But I'm not going to. I'll probably go play later once I'm done with this. Okay, so that's my nice fun game. Let's check and see if it got posted on the main page, which it did. See, this is Mrs. Pickerel to this group class. Hey, check out this new app I just put here. You're welcome, guys. Go crazy and learn. And then the kids are like, whoa, Mrs. Pickerel's totally awesome. She lets us play to do our homework. And I'm like, well, that's part of it. Anyway, so that is part of how you put an app onto Edmodo. Thank you for coming along. And this is quite the testing time. But technology is a useful tool. We need to not be afraid of it. So go out there and go have an adventure.